What's up, everybody? This is Charles the Band, to welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So today we got a pretty crazy show for y'all. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So, as you guys know, Luka Doncic is having an MVP caliber season, and a lot of people have been asking for some time now, why isn't Luka being considered more for the league MVP? Right? Why isn't he in discussions for league MVP like he should be? He's playing fantastically well, blah 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 blah, right? And one person who said something, he said it a few times, and I was like, maybe he's being a little bit conspiratorial here. Maybe this isn't really what's going on here, because he always expects the absolute worst from LeBron James and Klutch Sports. He always expects the worst. And that person is Too Raw for TV, Darth Apocalypse. And he says something, I'm like, yeah, but this can't be real. This can't be a thing. He's been saying that he's been questioning why Luka hasn't been receiving enough MVP consideration. And he said that the reason it is because it would make LeBron James look bad if he was playing with an MVP. But I thought that was maybe taking it a step. I was like, I'm not sure, Too Raw, I'm not sure. Until I came across an article today with another person saying it, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. This could be a thing here? So this is the head of the article. It says, NBA analyst claims Luka Doncic won't win MVP because of LeBron James and Klutch Sports. And I said, what? But before I even get into his comments, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Prize Picks. All right, guys, it's that time of the year. The playoff push is on. Tournament hoops are in full swing. And there's no better way to cash in if you're right on all the clutch buckets and slam dunks than Prize Picks, where it's always good to be right. I finally jumped into their Team Picks feature, and I have no idea why I waited this long. First time I tried it, I was picking game winners and totals on basketball, and I actually came out right on my first one. But even more than that, watching the game just hits different. Every bucket, every run, every late game stop actually meant something. And here's what makes it even better. It's not just individual games. On Prize Picks, you can pick who cuts down the nets, who wins the whole thing, who takes home the MVP, tournament, playoffs, even the international baseball tournament. You can call your own shot on all of it and cash in if you're right. Team Picks are live right now in 35 states. That's California, Texas, Georgia, Washington, and more, all in the same Prize Picks app you already know. Download the Prize Picks apps today and pick your first game winner, spread, or total as the playoff push rolls on, and get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup when you use code CLNS. That's code CLNS to get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks is good to be right. All right, cool. So what we want to do is I want to play the sound here from Craig Carton. He's the one that said it. And then I want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Craig Carton here.
Luka Doncic has no chance to win if he gets to 65 games because of Klutch Sports and LeBron James. That there's not a world that any of us live in where LeBron James and Klutch Sports will allow Luka Doncic to become MVP because it's another argument against LeBron being the greatest of all time. Because how can you be considered the greatest of all time if your teammate is the MVP of the league and you're not? There's a lot of people saying that even if you thought Luka deserved it,
40 years old,
he has no chance to get it because LeBron won't let it happen.
Great. So you heard that. Now let me read a little bit from this article here. It then says, we have heard absurd conspiracy theories over the years, but this might be the most ridiculous one. Even if we assume for a second that James and his agent, Rich Paul, CEO of Klutch Sports, don't want Doncic to win MVP, there's nothing they can do about it. We only need to look at players who have won major awards since Klutch Sports was founded in 2012 to show they don't have any kind that show that they have that kind of influence. All right. So you heard what he had to say. Now, here's the problem. A number of years ago, Rick Bucher revealed that during an MVP caliber season that Anthony Davis was having, Klutch Sports was sending emails. You heard me right. Klutch Sports was sending emails to people in the media asking them to vote for LeBron James. Let me repeat it once more. Klutch Sports was emailing sports writers and people that have votes to vote for LeBron James for MVP while his teammate Anthony Davis was leading him in the MVP race. The reason I bring that up is because it's not beyond the realm of reality of something like this happening. Now, let's look at it from the standpoint of, well, what if Luka won MVP? What does that say about LeBron's career? Well, we know yesterday, Stephen A. Smith said, again, I keep saying it, sports media is not a serious medium. He said that depending on how LeBron performs as a third role player this year will determine his GOAT case. So how LeBron plays as a third option will determine his GOAT case. I'm confused. You played the third string, but yet how you played in that role will aid you in your GOAT argument. How? How is that so when the person that's considered to be the GOAT did so as the number one option, but here you come in as a third option looking to make a GOAT argument? But let's assume that Luka won the MVP for a second. What would that do to LeBron's legacy here? Well, it certainly killed the notion that he needed help, right? I mean, but then again, you can't even use that this season. Some of his media cronies try to do it from time to time when the Lakers, LeBron needs some help here, but it didn't work. It didn't fly. There's no argument that you can make that LeBron needs help, right? And maybe that's what it would do. It would just eliminate that whole talking point that LeBron doesn't need help. And you could also, I guess, say that LeBron played with the league MVP and still found a way to lose. You know, I guess you could use that as an argument, right? Certainly, the level of talent that LeBron has played with is much, much greater than the level of talent that Michael Jordan played with. I don't even think it's close, frankly. The all-star caliber teammates that Jordan played with, like for an extended period of time throughout his career, was Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, and Dennis Rodman, who was like 37 years old when he was playing with him. I mean, if you look at the caliber of talent that LeBron has played with, from Kyrie Irving, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic. I mean, these are top of the shelf talent. Top of the shelf talent. So you can't even compare the two. I mean, you really can't. There's no argument here to make. And I guess in a sense that would make it look worse. Probably that's what Turaw and these guys are talking about, that it will look worse. But certainly it doesn't help. You know, I can understand what Craig is saying in terms of it doesn't help that you have a guy that this guy's playing with and he's going on to win league MVPs and I'm just here, right? Because it's like, well, damn, if he's if it's like, damn, well, if he is the MVP, what the hell am I? Like, if he's the MVP, who am I? Am I like the waiter on this team? Like, what do I do? Do I carry the bags? What do I bring the water? Like, what role do I play here? I guess that's probably what these guys are talking about. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.